Hello, and my name is David Turpin, and this will be my informative speech for public speaking, and I will be talking about motorcycles and safety. For my audience, I have my wife Shelley, my daughter Nicole, and my grandson Brantley. Thank you guys. First, I will give you some history on Harley-Davidson and some traffic statistics on motorcycles, how to drive and ride safely, and why loud pipes can save lives. How many of you have had someone get killed by a motorcycle accident? Well, today I'm going to help you understand more about Harley-Davidson motorcycles and how to be safe on and around one. It's one scary thought knowing that a person texting and driving, not paying attention to where they're going, could end my life or somebody else's life. What would you do if killed by a motorcyclist because you weren't paying attention while driving? Harley-Davidson was founded in 1903 by three men, Arthur and Walter Davidson and Bill Harley. Their invention of the first motorcycle consisted of a 3-horse engine and made only 150 bikes that year. They soon come up with different ideas about adding side carts, bigger engines, more speed transmissions instead of just single speed. The first twin-cam engine was made in 1928, and it was the first one making an amazing 80 to 100 mile an hour engine, depending on the rider. Famous V-twin engine, better known as the Flathead, was designed in 1929. The most common and most sold ever, and still is popular today, is the 883 Sportster version. First made in 1957 with only 57 cc's. Harley-Davidson has sold over 16,000 of them, and from 1990 to current, they have sold over to 30,000 a year. The Sportster is a very good beginner bike and is one of the most reliable bikes because there is very little added to it, keeping its weight down. According to the United States National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration, in 2006, they said that 13 cars out of every 100,000 ended up in fatal crashes. Motorcycles, at a 72 out of 100,000. Yes, correct, that is 60% higher than cars. But of those accidents, who was at fault, the motorcyclist or the other vehicles? Well, according to the Hurt report, the other vehicles were. They state that 75% of motorcycle accidents involved other vehicles, while the remaining 25% were motorcyclists by themselves. In the multiple vehicle accidents, the driver of the other vehicles violated the motorcyclist's rights of the way and caused 2/3 of those accidents. This tells me that we're training motorcyclists and not training others to be on the lookout for them. Riding this motorcycle is very fun, but also very dangerous. You not only have to worry about what you're doing, but what others are doing. Therefore, you are riding with a defensive mindset at all times. Once being a driver of a motorcycle, you want to stay in the view of a motor vehicle of their left and right mirrors. You do not want to be in the rear view mirror because that can put you in their blind side. Always wear the proper clothing, helmets, glasses, gloves, closed-toed shoes, and you always want to maintain a safe distance just in case they run over something and you have to react to try to avoid being hit by their debris. As a driver of the vehicle, you need to make sure and check your mirrors for motorcyclists, pedestrians, whatever. Merge safely into different lanes when turning, not texting and driving so that you don't swerve into different lanes. Don't overdrive and don't drive aggressively. All it takes is one mishap and you could cost someone their life. I know that we all take driving tests to be qualified to be driving whatever vehicle, but I know because I have taken both tests that the vehicle test is a whole lot less challenging. For example, a motorcycle course, you have to maneuver through a very challenging obstacle course with a certain timed time frame. For a vehicle, you get in, drive down the street, park, use your turn signals, honk your horn, and then you back into a parallel parking area. I'm not saying that vehicle drivers should do anything like this, but I am saying that their awareness should be heightened for the safety of motorcyclists on the road. Have you ever been in the stoplight and heard a motorcycle but you couldn't see it? Well, that's a good thing to the motorcyclist because even though you can't see them, you know there's something out there. Wearing bright clothing does help, but loud pipes will better your chances of being heard, and then the clothing will help you be seen. What happens if the driver beside you can't see you even though they hear you? Well, that driver is most likely going to react to the pipes and hopefully make the right move and not the wrong move. Today I have given you a little history of Harley-Davidson, some statistics on accidents, how to drive and ride safely, and why loud pipes can save lives. The next time when you're riding your motorcycle or just around one, or you hear one, think about what could happen if you lose concentration or aren't paying attention. Instead of texting somebody right back, take a minute and think about others that you could involve. Yes, having loud pipes may be obnoxious and wake people up, but when it really think about it, what if your family member or even somebody very close to you was on a motorcycle and was the victim of somebody not paying attention? You want them to be safe, and we want those around us to be aware of us and make our presence known. That concludes my speech. My works cited for this informative speech is minnesotapublicradio.org, KenAikenHubPages.org, and Wikipedia.org. Thank you very much.